So after my little vacation, I got a bit nostalgic to play Stardew again, and I've been playing Stardew again. And when I so I didn't mention this yesterday, but when I went to reinstall Stardew on Steam, my computer hard crashed. Like blue screen, a sad face. Like, ooh, we don't know what happened. We're compiling data and we'll restart your computer. So that was cool. But I noticed on Steam that the last time I had played was August 25th. So it'd almost been a year since I last played the game and I didn't even realize it. But yeah, I've been playing it again. I got the Stardew Valley Extended mod to add a bunch more stuff, so it's less of a second playthrough and more like an expanded playthrough. I know there's another update in the works, but like, you know, when that comes out, every mod is gonna have to update to support it. And if you're using a mod that hasn't been updated since, you know, the beginning of the universe, then you might be at a glurp. Don't forget, she's not evolved yet. We gotta evolve her. We're evolving her by level, I remember. Alright. I got some mods. There's a lot of mods, for sure. But mostly just looking through portrait mods. Chad, I found these portrait mods that are just frankly unbelievable. Like I like the anime portrait ones. The one by Ohodavi. I think those are very nice. But I saw some other ones. Some of them look like there's some that are just done up in a different style. There's some that look like they're AI up-touched or upscaled, which is kind of strange looking. And then there's one that turns every single character into like a half-body, big-boobied lady. Like every character. And then there's one that just goes absolutely fucking bazangos on the bachelorettes, and and then the dev of that mod went ahead and made a gender bent version for the bachelors. So it's whoa. It's not safe for work because some of the portraits show nipple, but it was very funny to see on the page. It was very funny. Cause it's like, alright bro. You can look it up. I mean, you don't have to, you probably shouldn't. But you can look it up, see what I'm saying. It's very not safe for work, but it's not like just flat out pornography. But it is just scantily clad, biggest booba you've ever seen, except Abigail. Abigail is the only exception, and I think there's a reason for that. But that doesn't matter because her portrait is turned around backwards. So, you know, you get the other side. Why? Because Abigail has a flat chest. That's why. And when you're working with flat-chested characters, you have to put the appeal elsewhere on the body. And where do you put it? You put it on the rear. That's how that works. I don't make the rules, but I'm just saying. Women have two aspects to their body that are very important. And if you are undercutting one, you are compensating the other. But the thing is that nobody undercuts butt. You know? When you undercut boob, like it's still a, what do you call it? It's still something. You know, it's not like you gotta be a titty monster, but you don't undercut butt. Okay? You just don't. You like Aiden too? No, actually. Let's talk about Aiden. Nah, I'm good. you can have that conversation with someone else. Not me. I never actually got the tractor mod. I feel like I should, but I also just don't grow that much shit that I would need a tractor. But that is definitely a really like big mod. But there's so many mods, I don't even know what to get. And I already have a pretty decent amount. Pagoo. Will that work? I don't remember. Nah. Well, now I can see. Just be a nature type or a ground type. Earth type. It's based on the ground you're on. Good. Good. Bum ba dum be dum bum bum. No, I don't have the mod. I actually did just install the mod for skipping the fishing minigame. And, you know, there was a point in time where I laughed at that mod for existing, but I realized that when I'm spending 2 hours in-game, when I'm spending 2 to 3 hours in-game looking for a rare fish, and then it fucking bobs up and down, and then I fail to catch it, and I have to look for it again, I don't have time for that. Here's the thing. In my first playthrough, I caught everything in the game naturally. All of them. All the legends, everything. I played by the game's rules. How nasty plot. I played by the game's rules and I caught everything naturally. I know obviously the skipping the fishing minigame circumvents the need for dishes that increase your fishing proficiency. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. My excuse, because I'm a lazy asshole, is just because I'm tired of looking for a goddamn fucking time. I'm tired of looking for a time-sensitive fish, and then just not finding it, and then the one I do find, I fail to catch, and then I have to, like, do it again. Also, like, it didn't rain at all in the entirety of the back half of spring, so I didn't catch a catfish or an eel. So I have to figure that out later. Catfish, they only spawn in rain. And I just wasn't right. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to catch one with the base rod anyway, because I have no fishing proficiency, but it is a little annoying. It is a little annoying, man, yeah. So, I don't know if they're spring only, but, you know, we're working on it. We're playing the game. We're playing the game. We're having a good time with the game. If you start with the river farm, you start with a fish smoker. I started with a different farm. One that comes, well, not doesn't come with, but one that's part of, like, the Stardew Valley expanded experience, the Frontier Farm. It's really big. It has fruit trees on it. And all of them are blocked off by, like, needing the upgraded equipment, which I did get. I just got the house upgrade going. I'm in the second week of summer. So we're working on it. But yeah, I don't have any like get rich quick schemes at the moment. I'm just kind of making shit. Talking to people, playing the game. That said, I do have a mod installed that makes time freeze in the mines. And the main reason for that is because A, that's how it worked in Harvest Moon. That is how it worked in Harvest Moon. When you walked in the mines, time froze. And B, I'm really tired of walking in the mines and having the entire day go away while I'm trying to get down 5 floors. And then I have to walk back and it's like 1 a.m. in the mountain. I got so tired of that. Like I said, I played pretty vanilla for the most part. I did get a mod to put an elevator in the Skull dungeon, completely undermining what the Skull Cavern even was. The only thing is I kind of avoided just skipping to the reward floors and scamming free rewards. But the Skull Cavern is it's just a pain in the ass. I have mayonnaise. I have 1 mayonnaise dispenser. I have a coop. I got the house upgrade going. I really want to buy the second bag upgrade, but I figured the house was better because I need the fridge. Because I also have the aquarium mod, which lets you donate fish to the aquarium and you can fill it up. So I have to catch a bunch of fish. I have to catch 1 fish for the aquarium, and then I have to catch 1 fish for the fish tank in the community center. which sometimes I forget to check that. And, well, yeah. I think the easiest way to make ridiculous amounts of money is just to produce an insane amount of, like, alcohol. Just kegs and wine all over the place. Unfortunately, I don't have a keg, and the earliest way to get a keg recipe is, like, level 9 farming or some shit. And I need a bunch of stuff that you can only get from the keg for, like, my community center. Because I did the remix community centers, which makes it so there's a couple community bundles that were created that can be rolled. I got one that just wants 500 pieces of sap. I'm just like, okay, I'm working on it. But yeah, no, I need beer and I need wine and I need tea. I need everything that you get from a keg, but getting a keg is not hard. Stardew isn't really stressful. I guess it just depends how you view the game. My favorite part of the game is just interacting with the people in it. Like, not real people. I don't like any of you. I'm talking like the community aspect of it. I like the characters and I like talking to them and I like seeing their events. But like, I still play the game because I like Harvest Moon. It's just you have a certain amount of time per day and you use it in one way or the other, and some days things are closed so you do one thing. I enjoy it. Oh, that doesn't work on you, you're dark type. Time limit? There isn't a time limit. There's no time limit in the game. There's just different things only exist in certain seasons. Daylight? Yeah, an in-game day lasts for quite a while. And like I said, there's a mod that makes it so the mines doesn't stop. Actually, that mod just applies to everything. Pretty sure if you want to, you can just freeze time wherever you want. I don't think you should, because it probably freezes NPCs because they're on a schedule, but like, you can probably do that. The amount of mods that exist for that game are, quite frankly, like, overwhelming. You can't do the community center in 1 year naturally. You just can't. There's a reason for that. The only reason I can is because I deliberately checked the setting. The reason why you can't do it is because one of the bulletin board bundles for Emily requires a red cabbage, and a red cabbage doesn't go on sale until year 2. But if you check that option in the remix, it makes it so the merchant, the traveling merchant, will sell a red cabbage at some point. And she did, so I bought it. But I'm probably not going to complete it till year 2 anyway, because I have a bunch more stuff. Not to mention the vault purchase takes a ridiculous amount of money. And like, there are other things I want to spend that money on first. Even though I know going to the desert would be great, because the desert can produce lots of cash. But like, I'm not putting $25,000 into that right now. You know, I got things. I think it's a very addictive game. I do think that depending on how you view the game, or how, like, what you like about the game, you could find your natural endpoint may come sooner than others. I mean, I stopped playing it after about 80 something hours on my first one. And I played basically vanilla. Well, vanilla in terms of content, but not, you know, I got mods. But like I said, there's Stardew Valley Extended, which just adds a bunch of stuff and changes, it adjusts stuff as well. There's also a ton of mods that add different locations as well. Like, there's a surprising amount of, like, mods, and there's a central hub mod for, like, going to different places, and there's just a ton of different... There's tons of different areas you're allowed to, like, go to via mods. There's like 5 or 6, like, fully fleshed out maps with more NPCs. Custom created and everything. Goo? Give me that goo. She gave it to me. Orange flower. Thanks. Who's best girl and best guy? Abigail is definitely the most popular. I understand why, because she's a gamer. She's a gamer who loves adventure, But actually my favorite character, my favorite bachelorette was actually Emily. Why? Probably because of the portraits, honestly. That's probably a big reason why. Her events aren't particularly amazing. Her sister is very, it's like Alex and Haley are like Chad and Stacy. They're Chad and Stacy. They're fine characters, but they are definitely like designed to be preps. So yeah, I like Emily and I like Shane. I like Shane. Sam is whatever. Alex is fine. Harvey I forget about. Elliot I think is a... Well, I'm gonna refrain from doing that, but I don't really care about Elliot. And Sebastian, I don't care about Sebastian. Somehow Shane is the only one I have any like form of interest towards. But yeah, I don't care about Maru. I like Abigail. I don't mind Haley. Penny, I just feel like doesn't stand out to me. And Leah, I just forget she exists a lot of the time because her schedule is just, I don't ever really see her. And sometimes I think she's Robin because she kind of looks like Robin a little bit with the anime portraits. In fact, I like Robin more, but Robin's married. And I know there's a mod. I know there's a mod. Don't worry. I'm aware there's a mod. But I'm not gonna break up that one. Yeah, I don't know what the most popular choices are. I need to go get a surf for this homewrecker mod. Yeah, there's definitely one for that. There's one. I'm pretty sure there's I don't know if there's one for Jody actually. I don't know if there's one for Jody, but there's definitely one for Robin, and there might be one for Caroline. There is a really fucking like surprisingly developed one for Caroline. I don't know why, but there is one. Shane is popular. Maybe it's because of the I can fix him detail, but I also think he's like, as far as character goes, like he is pretty sad, but like the way his conversations, like his heart events go, they're pretty wrenching, man. They're pretty wrenching. And they actually give, like, character growth to him. Other ones are just kind of like... Haley's is like, hey, open this pickle jar. Like, okay. Here you go. I opened a pickle jar. And then Shane's is like... Life is shit. Wait, Parsi can surf? Hold the fuck on. Parsi can use surf. Why can Parsi surf? That is so convenient, Parsi. Why can you do that? Fuck, I don't even have to get Genji now. How was I supposed to know Parsi could surf? I should have given him fly anyway, but whatever. I'm back in, Lily. Lily W. No, I don't want to spoil it, because, like I said, I do like the game. And some of the events are definitely better than others. Some of the events are better than others, but one of the mods I have is a mod that basically, like, helps... It lets Shane remember his hard events. So he, like, you know, he improves. He improves as a character. Like, it's not like the other characters aren't interesting or don't have any form of, like, personality. But it's like, he has honest to God, like, character growth in his. He's an absolute mess of a human being. But, you know, you help him back on his feet. You do. But other characters are kind of just like, I don't even remember. I think one of Harvey's events is just like, I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid. Emily's events are probably the most unfortunate. Because I like Emily, but I think her events are kinda ass. Please wake up. Her first heart event is she has a dream and sees you in it. Yeah, she's kind of a weirdo. I mean, not even kind of. She is a weirdo. She's a massive weirdo. She is a weirdo, but her portrait is very pretty. And I think that's what sold me. I mean, she's a nice lass. She's a nice lass, don't get me wrong. But I could understand if you told me she's the least popular heroine. Or bachelor. Oh, Shimada. If you told me she was the least popular bachelorette in the game, I would believe it. It would be either her or her sister. But I think that's mostly just because her sister represents aspects of real life that maybe aren't the most, like, you know, desired by the player base. Yeah. But I feel like maybe that's a little obvious because Abigail is the most popular, and Abigail is exactly that. Abigail is exactly that. Can we run? That thing isn't... Come on. Just a city girl in a country world. You should go look at the absolute monumental memories modification and go look at the portraits. They turn Haley into a brat. I don't know what else to say other than that. It's funny. Someone made all those, you know. Painstakingly crafted with love. Red flute. Those not the mods I'm using. The one I'm using is the Oho Davi portraits, which are really nice. They look very good, and the women look very pretty, and the style is pretty consistent, and it's nice. You know, I don't even dislike the actual Stardew Valley like art. I don't really dislike it. I just think that I like the anime art quite a bit. That's all. You know what's funny though? This happened twice. Once in Harvest Moon and the second time in Stardew Valley, but the first character I had interest in was older. When I first played Rune Factory, the character I liked the most was Sabrina. You can't marry Sabrina. In Stardew, as soon as I saw Robin, I was like, that's a pretty lady. And then turns out Robin is married. Whoops. I did it again. Well, these things happen. These things happen, boys. These things happen. Activate cry about it mode. It allows me to cry about it. I mean, surely you've played a Harvest Moon game and saw the pretty girl and then realized the pretty girl was not available for your eligibrations. I think we've all been there before. Have we not? You know in not Friends of Mineral Town, A Wonderful Life? Oh, what the fuck was it called? The one on the GameCube / PS2. I think it was called A Wonderful Life. Oh man, I could not really get into that game. That game has 3 eligible bachelorettes. There's Muffy, who's got a stupid name. There's the other girl who works at the other farm. I don't remember her name, which is kind of shocking because she was the only one available in that game. That was like, no, I don't want to talk about Aiden. Fuck off. And there's Nami, or Naomi, I don't remember her name, but she's like, I don't know, I don't even fucking see her half the time. There was actually a 4th heroine in the PS2 game, but they cut her from the GameCube one, and she's the rich girl. She's the rich girl in the mansion. I don't know why they cut her, but they cut her. But she's available as a romance option in the DS version. Same with the archaeologist assistant. That game also has a mermaid at the bottom of the mine shaft that you can marry as well. You can also marry a wicked witch. Should you? No. Actually, you can't marry her in the English version Because the English version has the English version has a bit of an issue. I mean, the English version of that game is a fucking mess. Just straight up a fucking mess. And there's probably like fan patches to like make it playable, but that game is hilariously glitchy. Also, this is the Lake of Shimada. The only thing that exists here are Shimada. Shimada here, Shimada there, Shimada everywhere. Save your game. I like the game though, I do. And like I said, I like the characters in Stardew and I enjoy the events. And Stardew Extended adds more events and more characters. Gyasha. More events, more characters. That frog is red. Counts as a shiny. Bagooby. Red versus blue. There's a couple characters. I've only seen a few of them though because it kind of trickles them in. But they added like more locations, more farms, and more interests. It's funny because that one they actually do give you the option to marry a single mother. I thought that was kind of funny. Because there's a lot of older women that show up in these games. They're either married or they have like a child who you can romance. But they actually, Stardew Expanded actually made a character who is a single mother with a son who is also a bachelor. You can marry the mom or you can marry the son. But I was surprised by that. It's Olivia and then Sophia, who owns a vineyard to the south. And then there's also the Joja Mart cashier, Claire. There's a couple of them. How old's the son? Try not to think too hard about that. Because the ages of characters are not really necessarily given out, but you're probably safe to assume that everybody is legal drinking age. That's what I assume. But like I said, Abigail and Sam are eligible bachelorettes, and they have mothers. Right? They got mothers, and they're your age. So they're anywhere between 17 to beyond. Although most of them talk like they're around like college age, which makes sense. Abigail seems like the youngest. Abigail seems like the youngest character. But even then, like, don't worry. Don't worry, it's all legal. Because if it wasn't, it wouldn't be allowed. Yep. The unnamed Joja NPC. Yeah, that's Claire. She's the cashier who's just always there. It also makes Morris a character, which is interesting. I don't really know how it's gonna work. But, because when you complete the community center, the Joja Mart just fucking, like, crumbles into dust. But now, the characters who appear in the Joja Mart are actual characters, so I'm not sure what happens with the community center. She likes frogs. Sometimes acts like one, however, she isn't related to frogs at all. Yeah. Andy is an interesting character. He's a farmer. He's a farmer at the south, but like he's really struggling to make ends meet. And he's just, you go in his house and it's just a mess. It's like, fuck, man. Poor guy. And I figured Sophia was popular. Somebody must have forced to evolve. Hello, you're Jupe? Yeah, I'm Jupe. I can tell you're a trader with considerable skill. Yes, me, skill. He's got a castle. There's more characters I haven't met yet. I don't know when they show up. They might be related to the later areas in the game, like the island and the desert. But I know there's more characters. I'm not on any rush to, like, you know, marriage. I'm really not. I'm just kind of taking my time with it. I like the game. You know, it's fun. It's relaxing. You just plan out your day. You figure out what you're gonna do for the day. You go, you do it, you sleep. You participate in the community events. You see the community talk. Like, genuinely, I really do like that aspect of Stardew a lot. I think it's my favorite part. Is just engaging with the in-game community. That's why it's always a shame when you eventually exhaust that and there's nothing left, and then it feels like talking to people is pointless because there's nothing new for them to say. And I hate when you reach that level of understanding that it's all just a game. So when that dries up and then it just turns into streamer do the busy work, go grind rarities, and it's just like, oh, that's when my focus in the game starts to slip. Cause now it's like, alright streamer, go get 5 high quality ancient fruits. Alright streamer, go get a dinosaur egg. Alright streamer, go get a prismatic stone. Like, god damn it, man. Fine, I'll go get them. Streamer, go catch this fucking fish that you can only catch in the winter night market. Great, okay, let me go catch that one fucking fish that only lets you can fish it up one day in the entire fucking year cycle. So let me just sleep until winter rolls around. Like, come on, man. Come on. Have a snatch. I'm gonna make sure when I get to winter that I'm going to catch multiple copies of the blobfish, the squid, and the fucking other thing. Because I'm not gonna have that happen to me again. That's for sure. Because I have the aquarium. I got the aquarium mod, so I need one for the aquarium, and then I need one for the fucking inevitable bundle, which I didn't even know existed the first time I played the game, so I didn't know to prepare for it. The game does have co-op, and apparently it's very fun when you play co-op with other people, but you probably all need the same mods, and I don't really know how the co-op stuff really works, but it's a fine game to play on your own. Like, when I was a kid, I really liked Mineral Town. To be honest with you, I didn't really get Mineral Town when I was younger. I didn't understand anything except, like, giving gifts to the one you wanted to marry, and that's it. I didn't have, like, nobody in town was my friend. I did not have friends in town. I had a wife, I had a kid, I had no friends. And I was like, yeah, this game's awesome. This game is awesome. I need to leech seed you and get out of here. But it's interesting because I really liked Mineral Town, and I really liked Harvest Moon DS. Those are the two I played a lot of. Even though I didn't really like, I don't know. Those games usually have really lengthy goals at the end of them. Anyway, I did not like Wonderful Life. I got really bored of Wonderful Life. I tried, I don't remember what it was called. It's the one where there's 2 villages separated by a mountain. And one is more like Eastern and one's more Western. I played that one for like a month in game and then I just kind of got bored. I did like Ruin Factory. I liked Ruin Factory a lot. I played through Ruin Factory 2, but I got annoyed by the end of it because of what you have to do to get the final dungeon. And then I didn't finish Ruin Factory 3. And I didn't play 4, and I didn't play 5, and I'm pretty sure 5 exists. Yeah, it was like a communal wallet thing, but I'm good playing on my own. I didn't play any of the Story of Seasons reboots. Harvest Moon is a weird series for me because I want to say I like it, but when you ask me what games I like, I can only name you 2. That's it. I can name you 2. I actually didn't play Stardew for a very long time. The first time I played Stardew was a year ago. Even though Stardew had been out for like 8 to 10 years at this point. I just never played it. And I even said before I played it, because I don't remember what it was that made me want to play it all of a sudden last year. But I do remember telling the stream, like, if I play that game, because I know what that game is. I know what that game is. It's Harvest Moon. I'm aware of that. I like Harvest Moon. I knew that if I played that game, I was either gonna not play it after like 2 days, or I was gonna play way too much of it. And believe you me, I played way too much of it. Way too much of it. Yeah, Stardew is 10 years old. I played it for the first time last year. 1.6 was the first version I played on. And 1.7 is in development. Can you not flinch again? I'm getting para-flinched. I get why it's popular. But there's also aspects to it that I don't think really affect me in terms of its popularity. There's a big character customization, but let me just tell you, my character customization aspirations, as well as my decorative aspirations, pretty much start and stop at default. Who am I? I'm John Farmer. That's right. I'm John Farmer, and I'm on the Goo Farm. That's right. We are producing. Everybody calls me John. It's very good. I'm not even joking, by the way. I named myself John. And then my customization is like hair 1, body 1, clothes 1. It's like really, really, really simple. Apparently, the main like dev behind 1.7 isn't actually the main dev of the game. Like he's doing Concerned Ape is doing the music. He's doing the music, and he is overseeing the mod, but most of it's being the update, but most of it's being worked on by other people. Which, given that there's a lot of modders that have made like really good stuff for Stardew, it's pretty easy to kind of have a team of people you could trust to make official content like that. Because he's working on a different game. He has another game in development, something like called Choco Chocolatier or something like that. But yeah. The only thing I know about the 1.7 update is that they confirmed that there's going to be one new bachelor and bachelorette. You can now marry Sandy, who's out at the desert. And you can marry Clint, the blacksmith. Suits so. Clint is not a very popular character. Oh! Greg's got a shiny Sutso. I can't catch that, by the way, but that's Greg's. Look at that. She's yellow. So that's our first trainer with a shiny. Because all the Pokemon, all the trainer Pokemon have a chance for this. Look at that, he sent it a shiny Sutso. That's pretty cool. I can't catch it though, sorry, it's not mine. I'd have to turn on cheats and let me to catch trainer Pokemon. But I'm no thief. Amnesia. It is nice that, like, going into Stardew the second time, there's a couple more things that I know ahead of time that I can better prepare for. But, see, the thing is, it's like every, in the original Harvest Moon games, you always had a rival bachelor, or bachelorette, I guess. You had a rival, for, like, romantic rival. And it's not really the case in Stardew. It's not really the case in Stardew, but there are like pre-established pairs per se, like Haley, Alex, Harvey, and forgot her name, Mao. I don't remember her name. Sam and Penny, which honestly just feels like there's nothing there. Elliot and Leah, Sebastian and Abigail, and then surprisingly Emily and Shane. Even though they pretty much, like, there's really nothing there at all, but Clint does have a crush on Emily. So you'd think it would be Clint that would fill that role, but no, he gets nothing. Clint's kind of a miserable bastard, and he's not a very popular character because of it. But he is, I guess, you know, if you want to marry the blacksmith, you can do that, coming soon to a theater near you. There's probably fixes. I know there's a mod that just makes sure that there's like a mod that makes it so NPC, like other bachelorettes won't like use dialogue, like flirtatious dialogue or whatever when you're married because you're married. It's like how I understand like the issue with that kind of thing, but it's annoying when you do have the kind of dialogue that stops working when romantic conditions change. Like for example, in Fire Emblem Awakening, one of Cordelia's like main character traits is that she has unrequited love towards Chrom, and Chrom is not a character that Cordelia can romance. And there's a number of support conversations that are about like overtaking Chrom's place in her heart and winning her over like that, and it's nice. The problem is that when she lands on a tile or she gets a big level up, she still has that doesn't work. She still has dialogue that like infers that she has unrequited love towards Chrom, even though she's married. And it's like, it makes sense when she's like to her character, but you think that kind of dialogue would change when she's married. But that doesn't happen. I actually liked most of Cordelia's supports for that reason. I think they're pretty good. But yeah, the fact that like she still has those kinds of comments towards Chrom afterwards is kind of like, oh. Sever thinks sorry dad in a combo where she offers to set Cordelia up with Chrom. Well, she fails. She fails. It is something. Well, the thing is, Stardew, like, I'm pretty sure in Stardew, you can date like every single eligible bachelor/bachelorette at the same time. You can date everyone because, fuck it, why not? Piece of shit. Be the town player. But you can only marry one of them. You can divorce in that game. I don't really know what happens if you divorce. I think what happens if you divorce is it resets the friendship level with your ex-wife, and they do not want to talk to you for quite a while. There is mods that let you marry everybody, so you can just, polygamy. And in base game, and this is real, by the way, what I'm about to tell you, you can have children, you can remove your children from existence. I don't even know how to begin explaining this. You can turn your child into a bird and release them. And then your children can actually come back as like vengeful spirits and attack you. And that is vanilla Stardew. I don't know. I don't know why that is a thing. But yes, you can simply, because like obviously there's a lot of things in Harvest Moon games that when you lock into them, you're locked in for good. You can't change them. And so Stardew was like, well, let's say you get married and then you're done being married. Well, then you can divorce them. Oh, but you have a child. Okay, just turn your child into a bird and start over. They will never want to talk to you again, so you have to use one of the totems to erase their memory. Bro, what? Seriously? Ow. So, do you think divorcing a bunch of people would make the other bachelors and bachelorettes be more wary of your existence? It's like, oh, here comes Farmer John. He's got 8 divorces and he's chatting me up. Like, surely he won't divorce 9. Nah, bruh. Put me in there. You can't do that in Harvest Moon. So you can do it in Stardew, but like, it's an option, but it's really fucked up. It is really fucked up, yes. But it is a way to quote-unquote reset your kind of like standing, so you're not locked in. You're not locked into married to a character. You can test the waters with other characters, but then you're missing the point of a happy marriage, you piece of shit. Or you can just get the polygamy mod and be another piece of shit. Fuck you. Chat, let me ask you a question. Are you the type of person that when you play like Harvest Moon / Stardew, and you marry a character for the first time, like your first playthrough you marry a character, and then you have a second playthrough later on at some point, do you marry a different character, or do you end up marrying the same character again? Because in my opinion, I feel like you would want to change it, but then at the same time, there's a reason why you picked the first character in the first place, and it's like, well, shit. Like you were attracted to them. You are attracted to them, and you can't do it. You can't change course. Coerce. What's that do? It's spite. Yeah, let's give Flandre spite. You can do roommates. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure when you do a same-sex quote-unquote marriage, it's like roommates. It's like roommates TM, but Krobus is actually like roommates because he's not really a he or a she or anything. He's like a fucking shadow blob. The anime mod makes him look cute, but yeah, you can just invite Krobus to hang out in your house, and he's like a little shadow dude. But like if you have him, then you can't marry a real honest to God woman. I get it, women scary. Women are terrifying. You know, I actually got to do the flower dance this time. The flower dance is an event that happens near the end of spring, and you can only dance with somebody if they have a heart rate of 4 or higher. Getting a character to 4 or higher is really hard. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's just straight up impossible. It's impossible with almost every character, but there's a few you can do it with, and those are the ones who have birthdays before the event. So, I almost got Haley to 4. I got Haley to 3. I asked her to dance, and she said, ew, no. So that hurt my feelings. But it was also Shane's birthday, and I gave him a cold one. And then I asked Shane to dance, and I danced with Shane. So that was different. In my first playthrough, I did not get to dance with anyone. I also lost the egg hunt, and I didn't reload my save, and I'm pretty sure I gave up a free power berry by doing that. So that was fucking smart. Oops. Oh well. I'll get it next year. It's funny, you ask them to dance, some of them are like, sorry. I already got someone, sorry. Some of them just say no. They're like, sorry, but no. Haley's just like, ew, no. She says, ew. Like, she hates me. Well, she is a glamour girl. She's basically a Barbie doll. You can still give beer to Shane after you fixed him events. Well, I mean, I don't know. Because that's hard to fix. But also, he could be going sober, but he could also just be cutting back. At least he cleans his room. I mean, he's always in the bar drinking anyway. Make me a mod that replaces Haley with Jupe. And then, there you go. Then I'll marry Haley. There you go. I'll slap a ring on that faster than you can say ew. You could do it. Make sure to give her massive, and I mean absolutely massive, sunglasses. Very important to her character. Dude, I gotta go catch like summerfish later. Oh. I'm also not like storing crops for recipes, which I should be doing, but I'm gonna make a habit of doing that when next year rolls around. Once winter comes, I'm gonna like clean up the farm. Oh, I got the cave. So my first playthrough, I did the fruit cave, which was actually just the worst choice. Especially with the frontier farm that has all the fruit trees just kind of on it already to begin with. So I got the mushroom one. But I couldn't find the fucking cave for like almost 2 weeks after that happened. And then I finally found it. It was pretty well hidden, actually. But the expanded is really cool because it makes the forest bigger, and it also puts a connection point to your farm, which I thought was really neat. So you can just go straight there. There's more stumps you can break for more mahogany or hardwood. There's a Misty Izakaya mod. What? Really? Can you link me that so I can look at it? I want to see that. There's a lot of mods and it's hard to sort. I never even thought to look for Touhou related ones. It'd be kind of funny to have her roll in. Misty is home. Click. Add some recipes for the cuisine and the beverages. And Misty is Izakaya. Oh yeah, look at that! Oh, I see Alice in the picture. There's not a lot of information. 28 cuisines, 1 new map, 4 new NPC shops, fishing spots with catches, 4 new crops and a fruit tree. Wow. I think I'm gonna download that. Cool. I will let you know how that is. I'm gonna download that. That's pretty cool. Are there any other Touhou ones? So there's 4 NPC shops, so you can buy some stuff. There's a fish, there's some fish. Those are probably not compatible with Stardew Valley Extended, or the aquarium. Pretty much every mod is combinable with Stardew Valley Expanded though. That mod is like the mod to get for the game. So like every mod works with it. It's like an unofficial expansion. It's pretty cool. I'll check that out. We'll see where that goes. I hope that works with Stardew Valley Expanded. I guess it depends on where the locations are put, but we'll see. Leaf Blade. Yeah, I didn't think to actually look for Touhou mods, but I gotta be careful about what I do and add, because if it gets too crazy, then I'm just gonna get lost. It's funny because sometimes I see a mod and then it's like, this mod is in this pack, and there's a pack there, and it's like, here's a mod pack. Warning, not safe for work. 378 mods in this pack, and it's just like, what the fuck is in that pack? One that replaces characters for tall characters. Replaces, I'm not so sure about. It would depend on the art, I suppose. But if it would just do a portrait swap, then I'd rather, you know, I'd rather leave them alone because I like the characters in Stardew. Those mod packs are huge, dude. Some of them are fucking huge. And it's like, I can't tell what's happening in here. Sorry, hold on. Oh, those aren't bad, actually. Zaruma. Tam is replaced by Suika. Okay. Place the appearance to the total characters. There's not a lot of info on it. Okay. Gunther. So, okay, so Renosuke replaces Gunther. So, okay. Oh, Rumia is Krobus. Oh, that makes sense. Gus is Mystia. Magnus is Patchouli. Or I guess Wizard. And then Pam, yeah, is Suika. That's interesting. I'm not gonna touch that one because that's not really where I'm at, but it's fine. That's neat. Okay. Krobus being Rumia makes sense. But yeah, I don't think I need that because I don't think it changes anything. There's actually a couple mods that change the wizard to a woman and then make her romanceable. I honestly don't care enough about that character to adjust anything about them. The wizard just lives in his tower that is so far out of the way that I don't ever fucking go and visit him because I forget he's there. Oops. Crown. We need crown. I have surf. Yes. Stardew is an interesting game because it has so many mods, but it doesn't actually have like workshop support. And I think the reason for that is just because originally there were so many mods that they have an API loader, like they have their own fucking like mod loader that works really, really well. And if they decided there's not even a fucking point in making it workshop compatible, because quite simply, like the amount of mods that would have to get ported. Oh god. Oh my god. Alright. You know, the art for that mod isn't bad. It's not bad, but it is boobylicious. It is absolutely, unequivocally boobylicious. And I just think it's funny because, like, if you're, imagine playing, like, Stardew, but that's the only mod you have. So, like, you talk to, like, Robin and Lewis talk to you off the train. And it's like, haha, look at these portraits. And you go and you talk to Haley, and then it's like, boing! Like, huh? Why do you look so different? You look so different from everybody else. Why is that? Either everybody's boobylicious or nobody's boobylicious. These are the rules. Understand them. It's alright, you can gender bend the bachelors. You can gender bend them. You can do it. You can do anything you want. It's your game. It's your game. It's your single player experience. If you want to turn it into a Friday night edge fest, that is your God-given right as an American. Alright? That's your God-given right as an American. Me when I mod Skyrim. Yes. Mod Skyrim. Yes. Yes, mod Skyrim. Yes. Skyrim. I mean, I don't really know the extent of Skyrim modding, because I don't play Skyrim, period. But I'm pretty sure that game is, you know. I would be surprised if people know how to fucking program their own goddamn games in Skyrim. I always try to be careful with mods though, because mods are cool and they do offer different things in games, but I feel like if you put too many of them on, you are running away from the the intended gameplay experience, and then it just gets really stupid. So you need to be pretty conservative with mods. I pretty much restrict myself only to mods that like adjust cosmetics. They either adjust cosmetics or their quality of life features. But even then, I tend to only get like small cosmetic changes, like the portraits. I actually got one earlier that like just gives all the different characters in the game like seasonal outfits to give a variety to their wardrobes, and also has portraits as well. And it's cool because it just makes the characters, you know, it gives them different clothes so they're not wearing the same thing every day. Unlike me, where I wear the same thing every single fucking day. So a lot of mine is convenience. A lot of mine is convenience, adding dialogue. There was a big mod that I got that just adds a fuck ton more dialogue to the game, in general. But like, it's funny when you get memey. When you get memey, there's a bit of a restriction to it. Like even for Left 4 Dead, my Left 4 Dead mods, we have mods that modify the gameplay for versus. I have like player side mods, so my characters are the fairies and Team 9, and I have the tank. He's purple and he plays the Living Tombstone's Five Nights at Freddy's 2 song. And that's kind of like the extent of that. Like that's kind of the extent of that, really. It just does that. But then if sometimes you see like, oh, okay, here's this guy's game where all the common infected are Slendy Tubbies, and his characters are like fucking Hotel Mario, and fucking like, I don't know, like just 4 random characters with no correlation. And then like the Charger is Funky Kong on the Flame Runner, and it's just a bunch of like nonsense models over the game, and they all have stupid sound effects and they make stupid noises, and like there's so many sound effect replacements, and it's just like it's funny to absolutely fuck up a game with mods like that. But I feel like if you when you go too crazy on it, it's just kind of like, oh god, what even is this? I mean, Lethal was another game that had a ton of mods to it. Lots of additional content, new stuff, some quality of life stuff. People tried to make ways for that game. And then I played in a mod pack that just had a bunch of fucking sound effects changed for no reason. And it was frankly jarring and awful. So I did not want to play it. So the amount of mods that I use is pretty restrictive. I do add every now and again, but I do try to be careful with what I'm adding, because I don't want the mods to completely destroy like the core experience. I want it to add to it and make it better. I don't want it to be like, hey, let's play Handbasket Gmod for a little bit. Like, no. Handbasket Gmod. Just grab a bunch of random shit, throw it in a fucking map, and call it a game. So I'm very limited. I'm very limited on what I do. Yeah, the jockey does a front flip. The Charger, when he hits you, you do a fucking cartoon Gmod run. Like, that doesn't actually change the game. And honestly, that stuff has become so natural anyway that you see it and you're just like, okay, that's happening. Like, you don't even really like acknowledge it the same way anymore. But it's fine that you don't acknowledge it the same way, because it's not, like, annoying. Like, Funky Kong on the Flame Runner hits you as a Charger. It doesn't have an animation. The Funky Kong doesn't have an animation. He's just Funky Kong on the Flame Runner, and then you're in front of him and you're going up and down. And it's like, what? And it's like, that's funny. And then you like try to like play the game and that's still there, and it's like, alright, Funky Kong, it's not really funny anymore, and like it's kind of just annoying. Like, I laughed at first because it was silly, but now like I'm trying to play the game and it's stupid, so I'd like to be able to see what I'm doing. Jockey just jumps. That's it, he just jumps, he just leaps. Now he does a front flip. Big flippy. Funny mods are funny, and they're good for a laugh for a session or two. But like, when they stick around too long and you start to become numb to their effect, if they're annoying, you'll notice. You will notice. If they're funny but they're not intrusive or really change the gameplay, then when they start to settle in, you'll notice them every now and again, but they won't really take away from the gameplay. When they're really stupid and you laugh at it, and you're like, haha, okay. And then you get over it and it's like, okay, that's really annoying, I'm gonna disable that now. I'm disabling that now. That's what you gotta be worried about. The nice thing about mods is that mods do continue to offer fresh ways to revisit old games, quality of life, additional content. Mod stuff isn't always going to be like perfect, because it is fan made. Sometimes there's some real big scale mods that people develop. I gotta leave. But you gotta be careful with some mods, right? There are a lot of mods that do just simplify certain mechanics in some way, or just make it better, or even just bug fix things that well they get annoyed by. Maybe not even necessarily a bug, but just stuff they adjust. Welcome to the future. For the most part, though, I think it's just cosmetics. Most people like to just import random fucking models into the game, and I don't know why source games are so easy for that. But there's so many character mods. We're just skins. And it's not even limited to Valve games or Source games. It's just fucking, they love doing that. RE4 came out, and then within a day of RE4 existing, there was you could take Leon's shirt off. Why? Why not? Why not? You can do whatever you want. Who's gonna stop you? Bulging biceps. Have you ever played a mod that seemed kind of strange? Sometimes you see a mod that really doesn't have that much information on it. It doesn't have that many downloads. It doesn't have enough information. And you try it out on a whim and you're like, what the fuck is this? I don't do that. Goop. Why'd you follow me in here? You know when you go on the Steam Workshop and you click a 0 rated mod, and it's got the only picture of the mod is the thumbnail, and then it's 5 words in the description and there's no comments. It's yeah, I'm gonna grab that and see what that is. Do you do that? Do you what do you do in that situation? I'm waiting for you. You are Jupe me. You don't know who I am. It is me, Giovanni. don't sound or look like Giovanni. How would I know what Giovanni sounds like? How would I know what Giovanni looks like? Petrel. Did you know there are mods? There are mods that create a 1 in 1,000 chance to get Foxy jump scared. That mod exists in multiple games. I wouldn't be surprised if it exists in every game. It exists in Left 4 Dead 2. There is a 1 in 1,000 chance that Foxy will just jump scare you. I know that exists in Terraria as well. How does it work? Does it just check every, like, second? Does it just roll a chance every 1 second, or is it, like, frame? Mod that closes the game when you open it. That's a good mod. Alright, so you put up a Reflect and 2 Toxic Spikes, and I have Nasty plotted twice. Which means whoever you're going to send in next is going to automatically lose. Yep. Look at that. You think I feel that? I don't feel that. Water. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if I played a game and I put on the Foxy 1 in 1,000? Why is your ace a non-evolved Tsukasa? Hey, you're good. Well, you just kind of let me set up free, my guy. Someone made a mod that has a 1 in 2,500 chance of spawning delirium on you when you open a chest. That's funny. That's funny. Why? He'll be back. Wee. Kurumi. Hail Giovanni. Pretty good. There she goes. Heartgold is feeling great. Whoa da 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 da. Hail Giovanni. You ever see the poop sock gif? I don't think it's actually called the poop sock gif, but like, you know the one I'm talking about. The what? Oh, let me play it for you. Let me get it for you. Have you never heard you never heard this? Never heard that before? Why? I don't know. I don't know why. Why would I be able to fucking tell you why? Why would I be able to tell you why? This fucking Kurumi is hauling ass. She screamed the password. Thanks. I don't know why you did that, but thanks. I don't know where things like these come from. No chance of winning. Hold it, a 2-on-1 battle, so unfair. Typical of Team Rocket. Ariana. And Guy. Oh, that's an annoying combination. Oh, good thing his casting is level 37. Great. I'm not dead because I have Chansey's bulk. Oh, that hurt though. Light screen, you bitch. I'm so fucking out of here. Lily, come on out. Goddamn Yoshka. Oh, let's follow me. Oh, you missed? I'm gonna kill you. Here. Here, go ahead. You keep spamming that. Damn, that did a lot. Well, now I feel foolish for using extra, fucking... Oh, pain, glorp. He has to use guard again. I don't have anybody I can switch into to take that attack. Alright. Well, I mean, this guarantees that... Please tell me you didn't do that. Okay, well. That works. Goodbye, Lily! I'm not really equipped for a double battle here. Someone better kill this thing. Well, I mean, that's convenient. Please. It's fine. Why do you know psychic and extrasensory? That is so toxic. Yes. Right, you had light screen. I think I crit. I wouldn't have done anything. Sogumi. My ear. Alright. Alright, good. Good. Casson has turned it into a 2v1. Auga. That's fine. Is she Earth or Nature? Turns out she's Nature. It's alright, I hit her with a Confusion Ray. Now she is confused. Now I click Nightful Shade. What? D. Yukari. This guy's insane. Hey, can you hit her? Focus Blast! You switched into Yukari to use Focus Blast? Why are you alive? Well, isn't that convenient? Anyone else you'd like to bring out? Yeah, no, maybe. Disable. I mean, a quality move, but not so much here. Urumi. The mom Pokemon. Huh. I guess in an interestingly twisted sort of way, all three of her Pokemon are mothers. Hmm. I don't remember if Sega had children. I know she was married. But I don't remember if she had children. And Sagume doesn't necessarily have children, but the portrayal is that, you know, with Seija, the both Amanajaku, blah blah blah. And then Urumi is pretty self-explanatory. Focus blast. Fine, the broadcast is a success. Doesn't matter what happens now. Team Rocket rules! Sorry, Jupe. Hey, could you heal me? Destroy the machine. Let's split the job. Okay. Well, everybody here is dying. It's okay, they're all ghost types, so Goo can kill all of them. Alright. Can't have a Junko because Junko is a legendary. Can't have a Suiko, but even though Suiko is definitely a mother, to some extent, because Sanai is a descendant of hers. $23, me $32. Curse, huh? Hey, can we not take the curse damage because I ended the fight? Now that's what I like to see. We're going up in the world. Yes. Good thing I didn't throw out my old chair because my new chair is giving me some real back issues. Oh, it knows Memento. It knows Memento. That's convenient. I'm now shorter again, but like, yeah, the other chair, it's just hurting my back. This chair is just better for that. Definitely don't want a shiny one here. They're gonna fucking kill themselves. Okay, bye, Tojiko! You only hit one of them. But they are capable of using Memento the whole time, then why are they even powering this fucking machine? The odd signal is finally stopped. Take this. HM05. Dash Whirlpool. Yeah. Bye. Okay, rocket hideout done. Which now puts me in a very precarious position. What is that position, you may ask? It's called Price's Gym is fucked. It's just fucked up, really. Like, I'm not, no exaggeration. He has, I think his best puppet is like level 30, 34 or 37. But he's not getting beaten by little guys. He's just not. I still have to beat Jasmine as well. And Jasmine's probably gonna beat my ass too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send Lily to the farm. What farm? The farm. The chicken farm. And I'm gonna make my way back home. need to go somewhere. So the best place to grind was the Safari Zone grass. So this isn't a shiny hunt. This is a, I actually honest to God need levels because the next parts of the game are going to be too difficult to get through without them. And I know this from experience. Alright, it's time for Applebad to play the game. Alright. How good's the Suic go? Hardy hates to lose. Yeah, whatever. Glurp. Alright. Let's get the egg on her. She only has one evolution, by the way. Her evolution is only by level. I have a choice specs, which is pretty good. Level 20. Alright, Applebad. Now we get to the part of the stream where what he said. Fight night, baby. Fight night. Alright, let's go. Please get very familiar with this grass. We're gonna be in it for a while. Boop. Applebad, level 20. Alright. Oh, that's actually pretty easy things to kill in here. I used Whirlwind. Fury gotta get stronger the more you use it. Okay. So I don't do this off stream for this particular playthrough because the odds of finding a shiny off stream are there. Wait, you can jump kick? That's crazy. Go ahead and jump kick. Block would work on the roamers, except, you know, you're too slow. I don't know if the roamers can actually get to this grass. I think the roamers are restricted. No, I'm grinding because the only two things left to do in the game right now are Jasmine and Price, and I know from experience that Price is a very difficult fight. He's a very difficult fight because he's got fully evolved puppets, and I don't. And Jasmine probably won't be as bad, but Jasmine will still be pretty bad. Okay, at least Ellie there is a juicer. That was Ellie versus Ellie. Ellie versus Ellie. Ellie. Dead. Me when I'm dead. These things actually seem to be pretty weak to Ellie's moveset, which is very convenient because Ellie is struggling to level up right now. Me when I'm dead. Okay. Protect doesn't matter. Offset. Miss Applebad herself. Beautiful. Flying types are weak to steel. Very good. I wonder what we're doing today, chat. It's still really hot outside, so I'm sure you know. But it's alright. I don't got much else to say on that regard. I can't wait for the hard mode versions. I'll probably get to this whole OST here. My fan is just not blowing air. Dude, it was like 5 in the morning and I was not tired. I was honestly just debating getting up because I just couldn't sleep anyway. Oh shit. I don't think knockoff even hits her. Oh boy. I somehow got around it by putting a wet face cloth on my head. And then I managed to fall asleep. Like I said, I barely got any sleep. I only got about 5 or 6 hours, and usually I sleep past more than 10 because I am fooled. But I was definitely feeling quite tired. Maybe that'll work out in my benefit though, because I'll be less be tired when I need to go to bed. But I should be fine enough. Ow. I said that and my eye is twitching. It's not good. Ow. Double Veery Cutter. My eye is twitching. It's right, because today is only, today would be not color. Today is not color. I'm watching the time. Dun dun dun. Me when I work at Five Night Freddy. You died? It's pretty bad. Great job. God, I fucking hate Guya. What a bad fucking puppet. Hurry up and evolve. Stop being a piece of shit. Applebat is pulling more weight and she's like 14 levels lower than ya. I have some fresh meat. Oi! Brudda. She evolves at 38, by the way. She's actually almost done. And then we can figure out what the fuck we're doing with her. Because as a chibi, she's quite bad. I mean, I guess she's decent at stalling, but she doesn't have a stalling moveset. Maid Sweeper. This just makes me want to play the game again. Rhythm Heaven Touhoumon edition. Very good game. We have other forms to evolve into. Yes. As do most other puppets. Minimize. God damn it. Oh, wow. Kadama. Oh my god. He went boom. Why did he go boom? Chat, apparently there's a Silent Hill game coming out in October that I've actually heard nothing about. I don't know if it's a new game or if it's the Silent Hill 1 remake. I think it was called Townfall. Is that like, what is that? It's like a Silent Hill game every goddamn October now. You can't blow me away because I got Gatekeeper, bitch. One made by the Stray devs. Oh. Right, that. Taking pictures. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. I just can't wait for September. I just haven't been able to sleep at all, like, properly this whole summer. It's just awful. Like, I just lie in bed and I feel my fan, barely feel my fan, blowing air that is not refreshing. And it's just hot, and I'm not comfortable, and it's like the dead hour of the morning, and I have to sleep, and I can't sleep. Damn, Ellie's actually got a fucking huge physical attack stat. Are you gonna blow up again? Oh my god. Get out of there. Keep hitting him. He's barely worth anything. I'm running from him in the future. Switch. Leave. That's not very effective. That's not very effective either. Oh, Guya is gonna be the death of me. I like this one, because this one was really simple in practice, but watching it, it looked so complicated. And I was good at it, actually. There were only 2 rhythm games I didn't perfect, and that was the remix and Flandre's second game on hard mode. I could not do the 1 notes or the 3 taps within the 1 notes. I failed them so many times. I got a silver on it, but I could never get a perfect. It's too hard. I got perfect on everything else though. This is one of my favorites though. Chant. The marching Fran. Beep 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 beep. Company halt! Normally! This one was really annoying to play with a controller because it was really easy to accidentally input the wrong command. I know how that sounds, but you trust me. Not one you want to play with a controller. It's very, very easy to accidentally misinput. Keyboard is so much easier for it. It's one of my favorite extra stage themes for sure. Metal Claw? 75 power. Why is Metal Claw... Well, I guess it's just upgraded to Slash and Shadow Claw, which makes enough sense to me. But wow, Metal Claw is not a move I remember being very helpful. Yeah, this one. You give him a gun. This one was hard. This is the normal mode version, but the hard mode version lived up to its name. It also goes chiptune, which the hard mode variants will play after this most likely. So you'll get to hear it. Metal Claw is better in the long run. Even though Fury Cutter has potential to be stronger, it takes too long. Become Big Apple Bad LA. Well, I mean, she's pretty much caught up, but like we're not near the level we need to be. Going for perfects in Rhythm Heaven is so frustrating. Being allowed to make some mistakes, sure. Not being allowed a single mistake, ugh. Frustration City, man. I tell ya. Perfection stinks. Alright, so now it should loop back to apparitions. Oh no, it's the shop theme. Okay. The only thing I think the new Rhythm Heaven game is neat, but I feel like the main thing I've been seeing about it is just people trying to fucking rig an audio setup that doesn't have delay with it. Welcome to the modern world, I guess. This is the closest song to sound like straight up from Puppet Dance Performance, and it's the same group that made it, if you're wondering. Puppet Dance Performance and Rhythm Scarlet Carnival are the same devs, but this is the exact same instrumentation that you would hear in Puppet Dance Performance. It sounds like a Puppet Dance Performance song. Well, I find this theme really interesting because it's really good, but it's a bonus track, essentially. This is the main track on the bonus album for Hifu, the 5.5 one. It was a special album that Zun released in I think 2012 for like the earthquake. Well, not for the earthquake, but I don't know how else to say that. And it had 3 tracks on it. And this is the only original one it had. The other tracks, I don't remember the 3rd track, but I know that Tomorrow Will Be Special, Yesterday Was Not. Oh, she's green! She's become green! Big Ellie. Big Ellie, she's green. Replacing Glurp. It's a great track, but yeah, it's kind of a standout one in a sense that it's really good, but it just kind of exists as a one-off bonus track. All right, now we're on the hard ones. All right, here's Ellie, Green Ellie. You make her eat the apple. The what? The apple. Don't eat the kadama. She spin around the kadama. She spin. She go wee. Oh, magic knife. That's kind of legit, actually. I'm gonna get rid of Sharpen for that. I don't know why she can learn that, but I guess because of her floor tiles. Ellie is a killing machine. Why is that killing me? Bam, bam. The hard mode one is surprisingly tough. That fucking last pose you gotta do that goes like 3, 2, 1. One out of the 3 9 group do the poses. You're listening to it. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. I mean, Rumi only strikes the one pose. That's all she's got. Come on. No reason to fight the Kodama because it doesn't give you anything, and it also explodes. The Yugen and the Ellie, though, give fatty XP, so they're definitely a great find in here. Next is Lunate Elf. This one I find is a little confusing with what you have to do. Like, it makes sense on paper, but it's easy to kind of fuck it up. I like how this is both a grind session and a shiny hunt. Although, I'll be honest, I'm mainly here for the grind. But it's beneficial that there's shinies to be found. I mean, we actually did find a shiny today. In the form of that scientist's Utso. Which is pretty cool. I couldn't catch it, but... well, we saw it. Alright, 36 is a good stopping point for now. Beautiful. Night Slash. 70. Knockoff is just good is the thing. I like how you compromised with Knockoff by giving it 50 power. Doesn't need 65. Alright. Night Slash is more consistent damage, but Knockoff is gonna knock every important trainer is gonna have an item, so Knockoff is going to be inherently better. Excellent. This frog game is kind of tough to get down, but feels good to get it right. You just gotta understand when to press the A button, which that sounds a bit condescending, but it is just a lot of the rhythm games are just a matter of knowing how to count to 3 in the right, like starting at the right time. Yes, that's not good. Alright, I don't know who's gonna take the longest for this. I'm pretty sure Flandre has the worst EXP curve, but it might actually not be the case here. Might even be Kaguya. Back we go. I'm waiting for you. I'm tired of that. This is another one. Ooh, Willow. Burn. You know what? Yeah, because I don't really need the poison. You almost have the exact same moveset as Shizuha. You just need Giga Drain. This one's actually kind of hard too because it's a matter of you have to basically Simon Says the beat of the knives, but you need to know when you're supposed to start the beat. And that can be tough. You gotta understand the beat and the spacing. No confusion. No bagooby. Starting to slip. We're probably only gonna grind as much as I guess until this song is done. That'll put us over the 2-hour mark pretty well. So yeah, we can just go to the rest of this OST and that'll mark off where we stop. Maybe I'll find something, maybe I won't. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I gleep, maybe I glurp. Maybe I glop, maybe I gloop. Right, I got rid of my other move. You get a dent streamer? Yeah. What? You could teleport? Why do half of these Pokemon know how to end a fucking battle prematurely? I hope this is a 2-hit KO. Oh, it's not even a 2-hit KO? Bro, it's not even a 3-hit KO. Oh, okay, we're not fighting that thing again. You know, the first hard mode one I got a perfect on was the next one. The one where you put the books back. And I actually, you know, one of the ones that took me the longest to get a perfect on was the one after it, which is a game of Simon Says that is the same every time. Every time the solution is the exact same and you don't even have to be on rhythm for it. And I could not do it. I just could not remember what I was supposed to hit when it got to the back half of it. Bum 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 bum. Did I cheat? No, actually I didn't. I could have easily cheated, but I actually managed to get it once perfectly and I was like, cool. It took a lot of times, but I just straight up could never remember the last sequence. It was always the last sequence. I would forget other sequences, sure, but like I would never remember the last sequence and I would always drop it and then I would just feel like I lose. Feel like I lose. Run. Run from the chicken. Alright, Chad, I saw there was a leak, quote unquote. You know, I don't talk about leaks, but this wasn't like a game leak. This was a hardware leak about some Legend of Zelda inspired Switch 2. There's leaks for that, which I guess isn't really that surprising when you get down to it. Like, why would they not release a console? That is the easiest fucking money from suckers possible. Legend of Zelda 40th anniversary console version costs $600. Maybe. I don't know. I'll buy it. Will you? Oh, I mean, I won't. I was saying I'll buy it. I was pretending to be you. Ho, ho, ho. It is easy money. It is very easy money. Make no mistake. It will sell. Because they're putting Ocarina of Time, the best game ever made, And they're making the Switch 2 Ocarina of Time version. Oh, whoops. I mean, did you think that the game wasn't gonna release in November? It seems pretty obvious to me that they were gonna release the game on the anniversary or just close to it of Ocarina of Time. They're also competing with GTA 6, maybe. I don't know if GTA 6 will be out this year. Nobody does. And Godzilla. They're competing with Godzilla. How do you compete with Godzilla? Doom, 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 doom. This is my least favorite one in the game. Is Tea Time. Did not like it. Bam, bam, bam. Poison bomb. I'm taking it. Wish I had sleep pattern. Bing 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 bing. Don't miss Remy's teacup. Don't miss her cup. Alright, now Lunas is gonna punch people. Maid Sweeper is also difficult. It's also confusing. It is kind of confusing. I don't remember how to do it right, but I don't have to because I already did it once. At least Layla's an easy target. Pardon me, fellas. I'm good. Someday I'll get to go. I should probably go before the world ends. That would be a good idea. Check one off the bucket list. Doesn't affect you, huh? Noted. Taking pictures, taking pictures, taking pictures. You can really hear when Aya shakes the bushes in the theme. I really wish they made another one for PCB. That's a great game. We're about half done. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, never mind on that one. Never mind on that one. We're not gonna finish today, but we're gonna get them pretty close. 36 should be fine. And if worse comes to worse, I'll do a little bit extra after the fact, just so Guya and Flandre are done. Because they're close to their levels anyway. The radio tower is probably going to be a bit of a pushover, but I can't get to the radio tower until I get through these 2 bosses. Oh damn. That's 3. Pain split. That's actually not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Oops. Go, my egg. I do have surf for this. And then you get to the second half where everything gets crazy. Yeah. Oh my. What are you getting? Oh, Willow. Honestly, I'm getting rid of Poison Tears for that. Willow's fucking great. Oh, I have 2 burners. Okay. It's time for Goo March. Huh. I love this one. Maybe I'll boot the old rhythm game up again sometime. I don't know. I gotta go heal for the PP. I really like that they have 2 versions of the songs, one for normal and one for hard. Fits really well with it. Barely get anything from that one. One more. Chiptune. The one I could never perfect. Knees. This one's hard because she does like fast ones and then she puts a fucking 3-shot in it, and I don't know how to 3-shot a 1-tap. Come on, Varsity, get that last level before the song is over. Oh my god. God damn it. God damn it. Chocolate milk. Oh yeah, you can do that. I forgot. Good thing I thought ahead. Ah. A peaceful Uchi Oni that dwells on the banks of Sanzu River. Give a nickname? Yes. Moomy. Good. Well, I mean, we're not done. That was unexpected, wasn't it? I just wanted one more level. Come on. Oh, I'm dying. Squirtle. Okay. Relaxed Moo Moo Milk. She is unburdened. Mischievous. Wow. Moo-doo-me. Okay. Cool, I guess that exists now. Well, there you go, chat. That's all for today. So I cleared the rocket hideout, I cleared the Lake of Rage, and I started the grind for the next gyms, and I found a shiny when I was about to stop again. So yeah, I still have to level up Kaguya and Flandre. So I will finish that up. Then when they're level 36, we'll go to the gyms, we'll see what we can do. And like I said, if it turns out that I cannot win, I will go and I will get them to their evolution levels, which are not that far. It's 38 for Kaguya and 40 for Flandre. How does Unburden work? I'm pretty sure Unburden just works if you lose the item. If you just lose the item, you get the speed boost. It's just easier to activate it with consumables. I don't know if there's actually a rule to that, because if you're using Unburden, you're using a consumable to activate it instantly. You're not relying on your opponent to smack it off of you. There you go, chat. That's some Heartgold for the day. Ended up finding 2 shinies by accident. Wasn't looking for them this time. That's okay. Next time, we'll get the levels up, take on the gyms, and we might be able to see the evolved forms of Goo and Goo. Yeah, different character, you know.